Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to read a book called 100 Years of Happiness. Anne's grandmother Ba sometimes gets trapped in her cloudy memories. Anne and her grandfather On come up with a plan to bring her back to a happy moment, growing gok fruits so they can make choy gok, Ba's favorite dish from her wedding in Vietnam many years ago. Anne and On must be patient as the seeds grow, flower, and turn into fruit. When the choy gak is finally ready, Anne is hopeful that her grandmother will remember her wedding wish with On, 100 years of happiness. Let's find out exactly what happened. Every day after school, Anne greets her grandparents in Vietnamese. She massages Ba's hands and rubs her back. She sings a song Ba once taught her about a baby elephant. Anne swings one arm in front of her face. Ba suddenly swings a pretend trunk too. But as Ba eats the day's soft treat, a blankness claims her expression, and a thin smoke clouds her eyes. She doesn't remember the fruit is persimmon. At times, Ba forgets who An is, but she never forgets On. The two of them are always next to each other, breath swirling into one. Anne knows not to ask On if the gok seeds they are waiting for have arrived. But today, On beams as he shows off huge seeds, black and wrinkly. Finally, today we can make Ba's favorite dish from our wedding, many floating years ago. On says, she smiled at me, and I knew all my days I would sweat and plan to confirm our relative's wish. Tran Nam Han Fok, 100 years of happiness. On has tried to untangle Ba's memories with many fruits, many photographs, and many stories. As childhood friends, he and Ba had crafted turtles from gok seeds, resembling shells, and now he hopes the seeds will help her remember. Ba reaches for a seed and massages it among her fingers. On hints, turtle? But Ba returns the seed to On's palm. For days, the seeds soak in warm water. Finally, tiny white sprouts burst through the tight mouth. Everyone, including Ba, claps when On declares the seeds are ready to be cocooned inside fluffy soil. More weeks pass before fragile tendrils climb the air. On hums. Anne asks Ba, "Guess our surprise?" Ba clutches Anne's hand. "Little Tam, the sweet potato shoots are ready for planting." The question and answer mismatch. Still, everyone's delighted. Ba has remembered her sister and the distant world. 4 vines wilt as if deflated in spirit. 16 are plenty. On reasons. If he is worried, Anne cannot tell. She passed the back of his hand the way Ba used to comfort her. At On's house in Vietnam, the gok vines climbed to the tip of bamboo groves, wandered onto the roof, wove into the veranda. Everything green thrived in rain and humidity. Anne tells Ba, "On says you touched any plant and it grew. You are magic." Ba doesn't react, though she lets Anne hold her wrist, and together they flick magic onto each vine. When the gok flowers bloom, The whole house awakens early to witness Anne and On breaking off the males to pollinate the females. Dad says, "On is a busy bee." Mom laughs. Boss stares at the flowers as she sips tea. Days later, Anne squeals, counting 8 green babies, fat and round as marbles. On hushes her and warns the bashful fruits will drop from too much attention. After long months, 6 fruits mature into globes, dangling like cool tiny suns. Anne chooses the one ripening to deepest orange. Its prickly skin stabs as if covered in miniature puppy's teeth. On slices the sun, exposing crimson gooey pockets protecting the seeds. Then Anne and On smoosh the fruit's red flesh against glutinous rice, adding a dash of sugar and sprinkles of coconut milk. Boss surprises them and joins in. They laugh at each other's dyed palms. Somehow, Grimson hands make them feel better when the first batch burns. The next day, a mellow sweetness envelopes the kitchen as the rice steams. The second attempt turns out soggy. Anne and On try again. As red lines ink under their fingernails, the grains in the third batch plump and soften perfectly. They call everyone to have a taste. Boss' nose wrinkles and her lips quiver as she leans close to the mound of choy ga, filaments of yellow fleck orange grains. Ba accepts a spoonful, so does Anne, so do her parents. A fatty, nutty, clean, chewy sweetness, fragranted by drifts of a flower. Ba tilts her face and blinks as if bothered by the smoke in her eyes. Anne reaches towards On's hand, ready to offer comfort. Ba savors another bite, a deep inhale, nostrils inflating as if ready to fly. Then the smoke fades, and Ba's eyes dance. Her lips curve into a crescent moon. Cheekbones inflate into boiled eggs. She whispers, "Trong Nam Ham Fa, 100 years of happiness." On blinks moisture. Anne feels as if a firecracker might flare out her mouth and explode. By the last bite, smoke has reclaimed Ba's eyes and blankness her expression. "That's it?" Anne blurts, disappointment erasing the nutty sweetness on her tongue. On's cheekbones lift towards the sky as he answers, "Let's soak 20 more seeds." At the end of this book, the author has left a special note. In 1994, I visited Vietnam for the first time after fleeing as a child refugee almost 2 decades earlier. I went to an open market with my mom and saw shoppers bargaining for orange-red fruit. As I held one, amused by its prickly skin, my mom said, I would finally know what authentic choy ga tasted like. I had eaten choy ga made by dyeing white grains red, but the real thing, oh my, had gold filaments interwoven into the glutinous rice, and the taste, a nutty sweetness enhanced by a soft fragrance. I brought back 3 seeds. Recently, I found them shriveled in my jewelry box. Visions of turtle shells, wedding tradition, aging couple, greenhouse in Southern California, and so on.